Hello everyone and welcome to Mordheim Madness Season 1. My name is Karond and this is the first game of Group B, where we see the introduction of Talon and Dig to the tournament itself. It will be really interesting to see. Talon is playing as the Skaven for the first time ever, and we'll see what he can do here. He's still one of the tournament favorites, and as we said in the talk earlier, he has stuck his neck out a little bit, said that Skaven is the best warband of them all, so of course he has to win with the best warband of them all, if that's the case. Dig, however, is playing as the Witch Hunters, and we love the Witch Hunters. They are so rarely chosen in tournaments like this, and it will be really interesting to see them. We have and we have the Middle Bridge today. Middle Bridge is a very tricky map to decide your team based on, since you can get only 3 different deployments, same as with any kind of story map actually, and these 3 deployments are as follows. You can either be divided up on opposite sides of the map. If you remember in the previous summer tournament, I had a semi-final against Slaver and we got that deployment, so you know that it's a deployment where even if you are on the opposite side of each other, you're still really close and you can start firing at each other from turn 1. Or you could get a deployment that has you divided up into several small groups. I've had that on that specific map as well in my quarterfinal against no one in the Mordheim World Tournament, if you will go back and check that. Or the third deployment that I have not yet seen here is that most of the units start engaged with each other. So this is really interesting, since range seems to be a little bit of a dominator, since you can start to shoot early on and there are lots of choke points, but there is also one deployment that completely screws over most of the range. Not all of the units starts in melee, of course, it's only 5 or 6 of them I think, but every other range unit starts really close to another enemy unit, so initiative is going to be king in either way. Gonna favor the Skaven, and Talon is already the big favorite here, but we will see what happens. And I think, yeah, we're already about to start here, so let's just quickly say good luck to both of the players, and we hope it's an interesting game to follow. So we're here starting off again, and they seem to have tried to replicate the game that they just crashed. So we had a game that was playing for quite a while, and then we suddenly crashed in the middle of it, with Dig having lost 3 henchmen and Talon having lost nothing. Although half of Dig's team was just about to move, and that would have been the last individuals to move for the round 1. Unfortunately, the crash might have been caused by Talon's bandwidth, as Far85 requested to watch his broadcast and did as well along with me, and then it crashed. And yeah, seems like Talon did a big mistake here now and actually disengaged, and then happened to engage again with against the Flagellant here, which is funny, since we had this deployment in this map on the last game as well that crashed, and Talon just narrowly avoided stepping into the Flagellant, but now he's less concentrated, and you can see that making a mistake to start off, and it might cost him something. We'll see. Not much in the way of imaginative names here for both players. Rat 1, Rat 2, Juror 4, Juror 5, Juror 1. It's it's the kind of names you give to people that you expect to die. So last game that crashed out, we watched it from Talon's perspective. This time we're watching it from Dig's perspective instead. We hoped it turns out better. And we're right away here. with some punishing shots from the Warplock pistols. We see that Talon has opted for 2 Globadiers, 2 Blackskaven and a Sorcerer Leader, along with 4 Warp Guards and a Verminkid as his units of choice. We have 3 Flaglands, 2 Zealots from Dig, with 1 or 2 Warrior Priests, I don't really remember, and it was at the very least 1 Templar Knight and a one-handed Witch Hunter Captain. But enough said about the earlier game that they did play. We are here for this game, and this is the only one to be uploaded, so let's keep to that. Although they are mirroring the former game quite exactly of how it turned out. See Warp Poison being used here. Hitting and failing with the poison resistance check, so we do know that this unit has 2 red pills less. In the coming turn. And the same can 3 red pills less for Juror number 6. And the Zealot. See this lucky flagellant, and what can he do against this Globadier? I think Talon might rush this point, trying to free up his Globadier as soon as possible. As soon as he gets some units free. It's very crucial in this, because this is such a short map, to get some units free, and if you can get a kill or 2 early on, you can you have some units that you can roam around with and help out in certain fights to just escalate the advantage. Lots of choke points though. See what Juror number 5 here can do. He needs to do something really good here because he is about to go down. And as you can see from the morale in the top left corner, we see that Dig has 146 and Talon has 217, so Dig is very vulnerable here, and I think that's partly because Dig has probably looked at some of his units, for example the Flagellants, and it's very common with beginners and newcomers to think that since the Flagellants are immune to fear, terror and all alone, just like a Dark Soul, they tend to sort of neglect the leadership stat because you don't see any use of it. And while that's sort of true for the character themselves, they don't benefit too much. The only thing you lose out is that you can't use leadership-based skills. It is not so much true when it comes to the warband, since each point of leadership put in there adds 2 to the total warband morale, and the warband morale is the sum of the leadership of every single character. And you don't lose the amount of morale that your character is bringing with them. They lose a set amount of morale for each death. So a henchman loses 19 morale for each death at level 10. A hero loses 22. A leader loses 26 and the impressor loses 28. So as soon as this henchman here goes down, he will be down 90 morale, which means that Dig can only take, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 5 deaths before he has to take a route test. Considerably more so for Talons. That's a big advantage, and something to always consider when you're building your warband as well. A bit unlucky here, taking 60 damage for nothing in return. Probably going to go up here. Just make sure he doesn't get stuck too against the... Yeah, just like that. That would be a poor position to leave the sorcerer in. I think the flagellant could possibly reach that. Seeing Black Hunger here, doing quite a bit of damage. Just gonna add Frenzy to that as well. Where will this be? 60-65 damage per hit or something like that? 65 to 83. Wow. Yeah, that hurts. Doing a bit of damage here to this Zealot. I'm at least glad. Oh wow, yeah. Oh. So the first kill is down there. Talon takes the lead with one henchman. He's gonna take a lot of damage for that. He took 30 damage from Black Hunger, 60 damage from Adrenaline Rush. You can see this particular Black Skaven is a copy of that one. And you can see that there is a very high damage focus on Talon's units. High damage and taking a lot of damage in return as they do that kind of damage. And we see another henchman go down, so 2-0. Might be dangerous to come up close to this warrior priest, so we'll see what he can do. He's doing a little bit of that, see if he takes any damage in return. 58-62, you could do a nice hit there. Unfortunate. Remember that he... Alright. 170 damage is not that little, at least. It's not that much wounds. A little bit lucky here, failing the parry stance, for instance, when he attacks the first hit, and that Black Skaven could go down against the warrior priest. We'll have to see. They're doing their turns last. He would love to get to the Globadier here, but I think he should follow the follow the sorcerer. I think he might actually make it. Oh yeah, he's gonna go for it at least. Can he make it? Ah, he's so close. Does he have exhaustion or meditation or anything? Oh, I can't have meditation. He requires too much intelligence. Oh, that was unlucky. Yeah. Or it was very planned out by Talon. Either way. Doing a little bit of damage here, going to not take any return, that was good for him. Remember that the Templar Knights cannot disengage, so being stuck here against very defensive Warp Guard is not really ideal. And this, yeah, he might have to be careful here. He's trying to go down here and support some unit. Increased melee damage, but I don't think he wanted that. I don't know why he went into sidestep. That this warp guard is just gonna go right into him and then... oh, he's gonna leave him. Alright. I think he's just gonna go down here and just tie him up again. See if he can hit something here. He hasn't hit with any counterattack so far. There we go. Just want to hold this unit up as well, just go into a web of steel probably. Oh, he's gonna gamble a bit and try and do some damage. I don't think he really should. Miss. I don't think he should attack. Just go into a web of steel because yeah, he's been lucky with these 50%. I don't know why Dig is not attacking in that. Why didn't you attack there, Dig? I have no idea. But Dig has been missing all of those 50% counterattacks, and why attack into something that can't disengage from you and that you want to tie up? Maybe Talon is feeling very confident here. He does have a lead right now, and it's very much up to these four heroes to do something positive. I could actually... Could we tie down the... Yeah, I could tie down the Verminkin here. I think you should do that. Go and tie down the Verminkin. Don't be afraid of the black scheme. Just tie down the Verminkin here. He can't move. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why you did that. That's a dead henchman for the black skaven, definitely. It's just a free kill waiting to happen. Not even having the shield up, so gonna be really easy to hit. Does he have any insults or any... Gonna be good against the heavy armor. But does he have anything that can increase his hit chance? Yeah, there we go. Madcaps. Good choice. Let's see what he can do here. Probably wants to open up with a strong blow. Oh, 45% chance. Yeah, that was unlucky. He needs something to happen here. Gonna see what he can do with the... You don't need to go into that level a second time. Just hope you hit. It's not your game here, Dig. We can see that it's not your game. This is not a very productive fight either for Dig, but he wants to take it. Just suffering damage upon damage upon damage. Bottom up. I don't know, deny the heretic maybe, but I don't think it's actually productive to stay here. You should probably move away to some other fight. A bit late, you could have opened with that and you wouldn't have taken any damage. You would have missed and would have lost a red pill as well, right from the get-go. So one less attack against you and that would have been a miss. Doing sort of the right things but in the wrong order. Gonna see what you can do here. Oh, Frenzy. Yeah, but can you hit him? Yeah, you have madcaps, that's good. I think this is a good choice. Very high damage focused here, and he needs to beat it. He needs to punch through this annoying warp guard standing in his way. You can get 2 attacks off now. Let's see if you have more luck than the other Templar Knight. Yes, you do. There we go. Nice hit. Missed the counterattack too. That's good for you. See if you can hit another time. Yeah, you can. Right past the parry again. Imagine if you have had Frenzy there. Could have done a bit more damage. 5% dodge. Even if you have a 0% dodge, it still gives you 1% chance of succeeding. It's always at least 1%. This could be good. And since the Globadier is placing himself right behind this War Priest, it means that he cannot actually disengage. You can't disengage so that you jump into another person's circle. This could be really painful if he hits here. Bit of a drinker as well. Well, I think that was the sole parry that he had available to him, so do a few more attacks and we'll see. There we go. You do more damage with Soul Fire here. Good choice. Wow, 48-48. Nice. It's nice seeing that spell. Nice seeing that spell. I don't think I've ever seen that spell casted in a level 10 tournament, so thank you for that thing. That was a good choice too. Mm-hmm. 96 damage. 24 damage per red pill, so it's not that bad. This Flagellant had sidestep, so he has one more dodge attempt left available to him. Yeah, Mark of Dismay is not gonna do anything here. I think the Zealot here is in big trouble. The one with the bow right in front of the Verminkin. Yeah. He's gonna take 2 more shots to the head and then the Black Skimmer is going to go up there and kill him. Making it 3-0 and being dangerously close to the first route test for Dig. Not surprising at all. Adrenaline rush. Gonna see if we can damage this Warrior Priest a bit. Or just heal up the black skin, but I think you could actually kill off the Warrior Priest here, can't you? Like a few shots and enriched globe. That's a fun, really fun skill to use. Let's bring that up. And some more healing, probably staying right where he is to avoid disengage here. He's stepping closer, isn't he? Yeah, preventing the disengage here. Blue healing drought, gonna protect a little bit of the damage he's about to take. He's gonna take 60 next turn. No, it's not that bad, but I think that Juror 4 here can expect to suffer some damage from that sorcerer leader. You could disengage and tie down the sorcerer leader instead. Are you gonna do that? Do that. Tie down the sorcerer leader. And yes, make sure that your other unit here can go up. I would have gone in at another angle. I hope that's... I still think he probably can't disengage from that, but it was a good use. Could tie down the sorcerer leader and kill him. He has the Zealot on the stairs here. Just have to see what the Globadier does. That was a mistake then. If he'd gone in at another angle, he would have tied him down. Now he is taking poison damage 3 times. That's gonna feel in the coming turns. Rest assured of that. Well, it's a bit of a shame for Diggs. He has he probably has a decent idea. It's just execution that's lacking here. And you need some power, and I don't think this map really favors Stig too much. It seems to be a bit Skaven favored too. I mean, if you have a high initiative warband, all kinds of deployments here are pretty good for you. See yet another henchman go down. He's running short on henchmen now, Dig. Might lose this warrior priest too. Might be careful with the Black Hunger. Or he goes all out now and tries to kill him in one turn. I think he's considering it. What kind of damage can I do? Just gonna attack normally. New Black Hunger, new Frenzy. So, not nearly the same amount of damage. He probably thinks that he can't kill him yet. He wants to adopt a defensive position. We'll see if he has any mastered stance or anything. We only saw a single parry and that worked out the last turn. Gaining some stun resistance. only has the single parry stance, but wants to preserve his hit points. So now we see the Black Skaven here is gonna go straight for the Zealot and just kill him. Meaning that... oh, I think it's unnecessary to use Black Hunger here. You're gonna kill him anyway. Why take the extra damage? So only one henchman remaining for Dig. So he's lost 4 of them. And if he loses another one, it's the first round test. Fortunately, his leader should have pretty decent leadership. But I wonder about the other 2. I think Dig has built his warband on the principle, as we said earlier, with the Flagellants. I think he has very low leadership with them. And I think he has very low leadership with the Knights Templar too, since he probably figures that, well, they're immune to fear, terror and all alone as well, so why do I need leadership with them? But you do need it for the warband morale. Gonna use exhaustion here to reach up. Imagine if Dig had had exhaustion on his Zealot and could have reached the sorcerer leader. We're seeing a miss there. I think the Globadier, when it's his turn in the coming round, might finish off this unit. Crimson Shade making sure that he goes before this Flagellant. Unless the Flagellant... yeah, the Flagellant can't do anything right now. In that regard, he is going to be suffering further blows. Yeah, who wants to stay and deny the heretic? Well, maybe he does. Repositioning himself so that he's tied up against an obstacle here, making sure that he cannot disengage and move to hell. And that's a good strategy. Like if you we said that earlier, if you have an advantage in the way of numbers, all you have to do is just tie down the opponent with 1 unit each, and then you have 3 units to roam around and do some kills with. So it's so important to get early kills when it is this kind of map. Well, it's pretty much any kind of map actually. You can keep doing that tactic all the time. Numbers do matter. Numbers means choices. This guy who entered the sidestep last time, what does he want to do? It's easy to get lost here in these tunnels. You can't reach them here from here. Probably gonna enter a web of steel here. I know this Warp Guard could take some heavy damage from another Daredevil attempt. You can see it, he doesn't have insult, and I think that's because he has no leadership to speak of. Don't do a strong blow if you're not gonna do Daredevil. I know you want to pierce the parry, but you're gonna get less attacks. Okay, well, it might be worth it, we'll see. The problem with that is that I don't think you have Adrenaline Rush available, do you? In that case, this is the last attack you get. Barely parries that, 43 to 45. Oh, actually, you could oil bomb him. Oh, why not oil bomb him? Just make him bleed out. You want to be rid of him as soon as possible. Here we see the... I like the repositioning here of the Talon's Warp Guard. It's nice the difference in experience. You saw that Dig had the chance to tie down the Sorcerer, but didn't do that adequately. Went in at the wrong angle, and Talon realized that yes, this Warp Pitch could actually disengage from me, so he disengaged himself, repositioned him, and made sure that he cannot escape. And that's exactly what Dig should have done against the Sorcerer, but did not do. Has 2 red pillars remaining. This Warp Guard. No, 1 red pillar remaining, I mean. So it's gonna be the last parry here. Always doing a little bit of damage here against Dig. Another deny the heretic won't help here. I mean, why end the turn? Why not use the oil bombs that you bring with you? Yeah, just make sure that you only hit the Warp Guard. Oh. Don't know what that will be good for, but we will see. Maybe he has some plan for that. Maybe he's fearful of individuals coming in from that angle. I think he has to worry more about shooting them. Has to be lucky here to go through. 61 was not lucky in that case. See if he can use Strong Blow in his final attack. Strong Blow! Wouldn't have mattered, but why not use the last red pill? Yeah, I could definitely inflict a kill here. Let's see if he is lucky against the parry. He is not. So now his damage decreases a bit. 50 means he has 80 hit points left remaining. He's gonna try the spell here against Soulfire. Unlucky. Very much unlucky here. That will be the last of Prosecutor Jurian.
A new round has started.
And we're gonna see a route test coming up. Definitely for Dig here. He's not having to take the route test just yet. Still above the line, but I think he's gonna suffer a lot of damage and some kills here are going to be inflicted. As you can see, should have worried more about the range aspect. Well, evens out, I suppose. Partial Mordheim's map might have increased the movement a little bit. Gonna see the death here of the final henchman. And the subsequent route test coming up.
Your warband morale is critically low.
It's gonna be a while though. You see, there are lots of units coming up here before that. It's gonna be the Witch Hunter Captain who will make the route test, and he probably has pretty good leadership. Remember, it's leadership times 4 for the percentage chance of succeeding. Should have a high chance of succeeding route test. But who knows? I don't know, is it necessary to use exhaustion here? Where do you actually want to go? Took 30 damage for this. To move a little bit. Prosecuted urine, as predicted, is about to go down too. I don't think... well, if he's a bit lucky, Dig might get a henchman kill with his Templar Knight, but otherwise he is suffering right now. You can see the Verminkin focus on the Warrior Priest here as well, probably. 3 shots. Good hit chance too, 81, but it was with an aim. Gonna try an adrenaline rush, probably, for a third attack. He's not in any danger, so why not just gamble a bit? Completely worth it. %69 hit chance, yeah, I think it's one more hit and this guy's dead as well. Yep, there we go. So 6-0 right now, not having too many units left over, only 4 units. Would be the 2 Templar Knights and the Witch Hunter Captain. Going to try and see what they can do, as well as this Warrior Priest, but I don't think he's long for this world either. Now we are at a very interesting situation. You see that he only has 7 morale left, Dig, which means that if he loses anything more now, like his icon or any other unit, it's an automatic route failure, and he's lost the match. First has to succeed at the route test. Not even succeeding at the parry. They guess not had the best of luck here. Succeeds in route test, we see that he has a 60% chance of that, so he has 15 leadership. Judge Jack has not done a jack in this game. He's been running. That's all he's been doing. He's gonna be caught in an ambush here too. From the very unit he disengaged from at the very start. Now you could flee, but you can see this leader is more of a support leader. He needs to be close to his allies, and he hasn't been able to be that. He didn't get to use the most of his abilities before going down. This is the warp card I speak of, this warp card that could possibly die. So decides to run away. If we can find the icon of Dig, he could just end this. Just go and pick up the icon. All you have to do. And it would be game over. Are any of the other units here in... I don't think they're too damaged, the 2 Templar Knights. And neither is the leader, so... But it just means, you know, one turn of shooting at them and one of them is dead, and then we will see Talon winning this game, and it's gonna be, at the moment, it's gonna be 8-0. It's 7-0 right now, and another kill would automatically end this game. Or you're stealing of the icon. Can you have a bit of luck here? Possibly. All out of 44 to 45. That seems to have been all game here. Not Balif Matthias' favorite. Could use the oil bomb here now. I'm just saying. I mean, you have 2 red pills this turn as well left over. Not using them. You can just follow the warp guard and go and try and kill him. He's not gonna have Web of Steel on him now. There he is. He's even in an ambush here, so yeah, he's gonna take full damage. Gonna do a real gamble here. Hope that one of these big colossal hits hit. 53% chance. We can do a strong blow here. Not opting for that. Yeah, it's not Dig's match. You can see that. Losing out heavily.
A new round has started.
Gonna see the leader here go down. Gonna use Adrenaline Rush most likely to just do a little bit more damage. You can see Talon is a bit more lucky here, 66% chance. And he hits most of those. There have been a few 95 misses on both sides, but can he reload? Yeah, he probably can. Exhaustion, reload, Master Adrenaline Rush, shoot again. All about doing a bit of damage now. So we're gonna see 8-0. For Talon, and Andra93 is playing Jackal at the exact same moment, so I couldn't record both of these games. But I think that match is also pretty much completed at the same time here. And if that's the case, we will know who will face who in the coming games. The winner's match and the loser's match. And Dig is going down to the loser's match. I think it's gonna be against Andra 93. Just basing that on the ranking of Jackal. And Andra 93 being a newcomer. Gonna see if they report in the result here momentarily. Same time as we watch this game. A little bit of damage is coming from all kinds of places here. Balif Holf. Turulvar is about to move. Gonna also use Adrenaline Rush here, produce a few more shots. You can see 62% chance hit again. Yeah, Balif is almost dead here. And there we go! Game over. Automatic crowd test. Congratulations to Talon, and hope that it's an interesting game as we go forth, and best of luck to Dig and Talon in their next coming games. 8-0 to Talon, and see you later. Farewell.